I was at King George V one day, and I wanted to take the DLR to Stratford. I was expecting to get a B92 stock, or a B07 stock, as there is only one B23 stock in service, and I wasn't sure if it was running on the day I went. But to my surprise, one turned up, so I decided to review it. Why is it so dirty? Anyway, let's get on.
This is King George V. This train is for Stratford International. The next stop is London City Airport.
Nice announcements. Whoa, the door sound is loud. Leaving King George V now. These trains have a fully longitudinal seating layout, except for at the very front. Here, you can still pretend to drove the train. The moquette is called Poplar, the same name as the station. The London Transport Museum website says, this moquette design is inspired by the docklands, particularly the angular and triangular shapes formed by the masts and sails of the boats in the docks. That's cool, I guess. I don't have pictures, but I noticed that the Central London Tube map, which is above some doors, is from November 2022, but the DLR route map is updated, and I believe they are from November 2024. The panel for the passenger service agent hasn't been changed too much. I don't know what these mean, but I think it is passenger announcement, release other doors, close this door, close other doors, and the key is inhibit, neutral, and energize. I probably got something wrong though. On the approach to London City Airport, you can hear the motor sounds.
This is London City Airport. This train is for Stratford International. The next stop is...
And when the door opens, the little screen on the panel starts to count down, and it makes a sound when it's on one. The sound tells the passenger service agent that they can close the doors. The amount of time changes depending on the station, and I noticed it was 60 seconds at Canning Town, but only like 10 seconds at West Silvertown, where you can see the Stratford tunnel portal, and its building from here, and the cable car. I passed another B23 stock on test, and a B92 stock, which these trains are replacing. Note that the B07 stock will stay for a bit longer. You can still sit at the front of the train, and I'll sit there later, but there are people on both sides right now. This alarm is weird. I haven't seen anything like this before. The train has these cool screens, although they seem to switch to light mode for the map and back to dark mode for everything else. I normally hate light mode, but I actually think it looks better here. But in the night, it should definitely be in dark mode for everything. There are also these other screens, which just have a DLR roundel. I don't know if this is supposed to be a rainbow board or advertisement screen or a welcome portrait, but I guess it's good to have extra screens if Thry needed in the future. I don't like how the screens are on the side though. They should have a few on top, as it's hard to see the screens on the side when it's insanely busy. But when it's empty, screens on the side are fine. Oh, and we're arriving at Canning Town.
This train is for Stratford International. The next stop is Canning Town. Change for stations towards Bank, Tower Gateway and Beckton, London City Airport and local bus services.
I hate those announcements. Anyway, you can see here that the Jubilee line was quite busy, so a fair amount of people decided to take the DLR instead, which meant this train got very busy here. So I didn't record much until most people expectedly got off at Stratford, and I took the opportunity to go to the front. I was supposed to get off at Stratford, but I decided to stay on until Stratford International. The front is quite cool, I guess, and there is USB charging here. At Stratford International, I was able to take some pictures of the exterior, which I couldn't do at King George V because I needed to get on before it left. This train looks really cool, and it suits the DLR a lot. I wish they kept the little roundels on the doors though. I really liked that. I'm not too sure about the front though. It looks a little odd to me. But this train is really good. And I don't really like the B23 and B07 stock that much. So this is getting an easy 5 stars from me. It's the perfect train, with a lot of space, amazing moquette, and just looks good generally. They also accelerate insanely fast. The only issue I can think of is the screens being on the side, and the other ones not being used at all. But anyway, that's it for today. Thanks. Bye.